it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey for the first time, subscribe, become the newest member of the Slashed Squad. So we are full swing into the new year. How are your New Year's resolutions holding up? I know after the holidays it can be kind of hard getting back in the headspace to eat healthy, but today I have 3 snacks that I'm going to share with you that are perfect for when you have a sweet tooth but don't want to eat junk food. For me, I always get this nasty sweet tooth right after dinner when I'm watching Netflix with Adam and I just want to munch on something. So these 3 fruity treats are perfect for that without totally throwing my health goals out the window. 2 of the snacks are make ahead while the other one you can eat right away. So let's just jump right into it. Here are the recipes for my 3 favorite fruity snacks that won't demolish your diet. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, we want to take a cup that you can blend in. This one came with my stick blender. I'm going to be mixing in here and then pouring into our mason jar. So I'm gonna first take our berry blend. Now this is a 3-berry blend. We have raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries. I got it at Costco for like $5, this huge bag. And I'm gonna be using a half cup of this berry blend and try to get like a good mix here. I want more blueberries. So I got a good mix of berries there, so that's about half cup, a little bit. And now I'm gonna go ahead and mix the berries with a cup of the almond milk. So this is original almond milk, it's unsweetened. You can definitely use sweetened if you want, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use unsweetened because that's what I have. Fill the cup up. Blending this, I like using a stick blender for small batch stuff like this because especially if I'm only making 1 to 2 servings, I don't want to dirty up a whole full like blender jug thing. So the cool thing about a stick blender is you can go ahead and just stick it right in. It'll blend it up, it's quieter, it's a little less messy, and then this actually ends up detaching so you can just wash this and it's so much easier. So I will leave the link below to this Cuisinart one, which has been my favorite one. So I'm gonna start on the low setting, just stick it into the mixture and blend, but it would help if I plug this in first. And you have to make sure the head is fully submerged into your mixture. That will reduce the mess. So let's go ahead and blend. Ooh. So we came up a little bit, splashed a little, not an issue, didn't get it on my shirt. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. Okay, cool, so everything's blended up. I'm gonna go ahead and put this aside. Okay, so now that we have this all blended, it does have a consistency of a smoothie because we used frozen fruit, so we do have a little bit more of a thicker consistency, but it's gonna get a lot thicker once we add our chia seeds. Before we do that though, I do wanna add some honey, and this is for sweetness. And again, I said if you use sweetened almond milk, you might not necessarily want the honey, but if you do, then that is up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons. So go ahead and eyeball about 2 tablespoons. Okay, once we have our honey in there, we're gonna do one more quick blend. And now you can do this all at one time, but I just find that blending the fruit first kind of gives it a better consistency. All right, the last thing we want to do is add our chia seeds. So chia seeds are a crazy superfood. They have so many antioxidants and fiber. This is the Nutiva chia seed bag. I got this at Costco as well. You can find it on Amazon too. And chia seeds actually expand in liquid and create kind of a thicker texture when you put them in liquid. So we're gonna put in 1/2 cup of chia seeds. Okay, we got our 1/2 cup of chia seeds. And then we're gonna go ahead and kind of mix them down. We're not gonna blend this in because we wanna keep the chia seeds whole because that's what's going to make this texture. And on that note, make sure you're using whole chia seeds and not ground chia seeds because those won't produce the same texture. So now what we wanna do is we wanna transfer this to our mason jar. And luckily this has a spout for easy pouring. This also helps give one last good mix. Okay, so we're just gonna stick this in the fridge for about an hour and that should bring it to the right consistency and we'll check on it when it's done. This next healthy snack is so easy. It's one of my favorites because you only need 2 ingredients and it does require some freezing time, but not very much. So the first thing you need is some fresh blueberries, and definitely make sure you rinse them ahead of time. And then you want a cup of Greek yogurt. So this is one of the 80-calorie ones from Dannon. You can use any Greek yogurt. Now, I like to use the flavored kind. You can go ahead and use plain, you can use vanilla, you can use whatever you want. It's really just up to your own tastes. But I did choose blueberry to go with the fruit that we're covering. And I'm gonna go ahead and stir the yogurt, because this is one of those fruit at the bottom yogurts. Okay, so once the yogurt is stirred, make sure that you have something that you'll be able to freeze. I'm just using like a cookie sheet and I've lined it with tin foil for easy cleanup. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically throw some of these blueberries in with the yogurt. Then you just wanna start submerging the blueberries in the yogurt, getting them nice and well coated. Then you're going to pick them out. Make sure they still have some yogurt on them and plop them right onto the cookie sheet. And you're just gonna keep doing this until you've done it with all of the blueberries you want to prepare. And then we stick them in the freezer and it becomes this just nice little kind of finger food treat dessert. Super low calorie, healthier than Dibs. That's kind of what these remind me of if you ever had like the ice cream Dibs, but fruity and not chocolatey. Like, I'm not gonna say this is going to seriously satisfy your craving for ice cream, but it does give you that same like cool feeling and it has the sweetness to it. So for me, it does the trick for my nighttime sweet tooth. All right, so we've got all of those done. So these go in the freezer for about an hour to get the perfect consistency and that kind of chewy outside. So we'll check back in on these after an hour. So I'm gonna make that last snack for you and we'll come back to these in a second. Okay, this last snack, super easy, and it's great if you just want some instant gratification because after you prepare it, you can eat it right away, unlike the other 2 snacks. So for this one, I've just already cut up an apple into chunks or slices, however you want to say it. I'm really bad at apple slices, so they come out more like apple chunks. So I've got these in a bowl and I'm going to take some ground nutmeg and ground cinnamon. These are literally from the dollar section of my local Kroger, and I'm gonna shake it into the apples. And I don't really have measurements for this, I just kind of eyeball it. And you don't wanna add too much cinnamon because we don't want it to be like the cinnamon challenge over here. So this is what it looks like after I've added the cinnamon, just for your reference, not a lot at all. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of nutmeg. Just a tiny bit. So as you can see, I did not add too much of the spices, and now I'm just gonna take my hand and kind of mix it up, get the apples coated on all sides. It smells so good. It smells like a fall candle. Then on just like a little side plate, or you can put it straight in the bowl, however you wanna do it. In fact, I'll probably just put it straight in the bowl to minimize my cleaning later. Take some creamy peanut butter. Are you ready for this? I don't know if there's a more satisfying vision than a fresh jar of peanut butter. Isn't that just freaking gorgeous? Okay, but you know what's even better? Cutting in to a fresh jar of peanut butter. Ooh, look at that. That is some food porn right there. So I'm just gonna take a nice big heaping spoonful here and put it right in the middle. Or again, you can put it on the side. Use this apple here. And this is literally done just like this. So you just take an apple, kind of dip it into the peanut butter in the middle, and eat it just like that. Ah, so freaking good. I love this snack for when I'm like watching TV and I just have like the munchies, because you're getting, you know, protein and fat in the peanut butter. The apples do satisfy the sweet tooth, and the spices just kind of make it a little bit more, I don't know, tasty. So that's an awesome one, but let's go check back in on our other snacks to see if they're done. Okay, so it's been an hour since I put the chia seed mixture in the fridge, and you can see it's no longer really liquid. The chia seeds have expanded, they've thickened up this consistency, and I can even hold it upside down, nothing's coming out. So now it's more like a pudding. Now I would say this is probably 2 servings, so you can share or you can scoop some out for another time. So let's just dig into this. You can see that consistency is kind of pudding-like. That is great. So you can definitely leave it like this. If you want, you can add more honey if you don't feel that it is sweet enough, or even some stevia. But just like this, tastes great to me, and I've got maybe 2 nights worth of a nice little snack. And with all these chia seeds, you're really gonna be getting in your fiber for the day, as well as omega-3s and other antioxidants. Yum. So now it's been an hour since we put in our little blueberry bites, and you can see They are now solid. The yogurt has frozen around the blueberries. Now, one thing to note is because these are smaller and it doesn't take a lot to freeze them, it also doesn't take a lot to melt them. So if you're just like holding this in your hand, it's going to melt very fast. So I would suggest putting them in a bowl if you're about to eat them. Don't like keep them in your hands if your hands are warm, because they will just kind of turn into regular yogurt again. But yeah, let's just try one. Perfect. They really do give kind of like an ice cream type of satisfaction to your sweet tooth. The experience is kind of like a combo between a popsicle with a fruit and then frozen yogurt with, well, the frozen yogurt. So you can just take these off of the tin and put them in a freezer-safe Tupperware to store them, and then eat them whenever you have your sweet tooth. And there you have it. Those are my 3 favorite fruity treats that won't throw me off of my health goals when I have a sweet tooth. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. I'm trying to incorporate more lifestyle here on the channel in case you haven't noticed. If you want me to do more healthy recipe videos, leave your favorite food emoji in the comments. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, become a member of the Slash Squad. If you've done that, high five, hit the bell icon so you know every time a new video goes live. I make new videos every Saturday, trying to throw some more in there in the middle of the week, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!